Hey everybody, Sylvia K here, and last week I got my weed eater out of the doctor's office, and all it needed was a new spark plug, and I had them put a new head on for me to hold the twine. But this weed eater here is a Shindaiwa T-270, and it is, I know, over 30 years old. It's only had a couple of things repairs ever done to it. It's one of the most powerful machines that ever was made, and some people complain about it being a little heavy compared to some of the lightweight models that they have nowadays. Well, I'm a 73-year-old woman, and I don't find anything too taxing about this machine, especially if you wear a shoulder strap like you should be using anyway. But I started getting a little bit of my front done yesterday since I had some people come in here scoping my place out. But if you ever come across a Shindaiwa T-270, it's one of the best weed eaters there ever was made. They don't make Shindaiwas like they used to, and a lot of other companies are coming out with weed eaters like STIILL, who makes a horrible weed eater. They still make pretty good saws, chainsaws, but they don't make the chainsaws like they used to. I still have a STIILL 026 that I refuse to get rid of. I'm slowly but surely eventually going to look around for some parts on eBay, but that saw was made in Germany, and Shindaiwas are made in Japan. I got a little bit of work done in the front of my yard yesterday. Like I said, it's been quite a while since I've been able to weed eat out here. My main problem is my worsening COPD. I'm not a lazy person. I'm just finding it very, very difficult to get a lot of things done anymore that used to be a breeze for me. This here is one of my booby traps. I think rather than put it up here in the daytime, I'll make sure I put it up at night. But for sure, anybody that drives in here is going to end up with at least two, possibly four flat tires. And these things do work. And yesterday I brought my pickaxe out to the front and dug up all these wild blackberry bushes here. And they're all along the telephone line right underneath it, where all the doves sit up there and poop out the seeds. So I got them all dug up, and I need to dig up some more weeds, because if you just weed eat them, they'll just get thicker and thicker. So I'll do that, and I need to bring the loping shears out here to trim off the dead hapu'u leaves. And this magnolia tree in the front here is one that I air layered off of my original magnolia tree at my old property, and it's growing in beautiful cylindrical form, but it has never ever produced one flower bud, and I really don't understand that, because the one that's in my backyard, every May it just has prolific blooms, and the older it gets, the more blooms it puts out, and this one here has never put out a single one. So if anybody possibly knows what that mystery is, I'd like to know. This here is one of the weeds that I have to dig up with the pickaxe, because if I just weed eat it down, it won't kill it. It'll just, the stalk on it will just keep getting bigger and bigger. And this is probably my biggest nemesis weed. Although it does have a value for some things. One, it puts out these really dark berries, and I think the ancient Hawaiians used them for tattooing and also for ink writing. But I have no use for them. When they do put out berries, the birds just poop them everywhere. and I can't stand them. So up they come. I think before too long, I'm going to save up my money and get me a real gate, because that doesn't mean a real gate is going to really keep anybody out, because people here have been known to tie a cable onto a gate with a four-wheel drive truck, and just pull it out. But anyway, I still think it'll be a little better to keep people from just walking into my yard. And also, I'm gonna order me some new weed mat screen here. But when I do that, I'm also going to, rather than use all the electrical fence wire for the chicken coop, I think I'm just going to put electric fence all along here.
Oh, gosh, honey.
Well, after my neighbor came and scared the shit out of me, standing behind me, quiet as a moth. Anyway, I moved my camera up to the front here, and you cannot see my camera. That's not what you're going to be looking for. And I have the little signal lights on it turned off, so it doesn't emit any light at all, especially at night. So anyway, it looks like it wants to try to rain here, so I'm going to get busy weed eating some more of the front here. And I told my neighbor he can come and rake up some of the grass for his animals. So, that being said, I hope everybody's well. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.